All right, so this week I wanted to chat about a little bit of something in chapter 5. And chapter 5 in the Champagne Diet, Kara talks a lot about basically our spirits being nourished. And I don't know if you or anyone else in the group does much like of anything of self-nourishment, but I really think it's super important. And I think a lot of the times on these video chats, I like to focus on the emotional growth, because we can focus on the physical growth when we do our workouts. We can do the nutritional growth when we eat, but the emotional growth is the hardest part I have found. I think that's the part that holds us back the most, because even if we are seeing results on the scale, sometimes we beat ourselves up because we don't think it's enough. So I wholeheartedly focus on emotional growth. And so there were a couple quotes that she had mentioned that I wanted to read that kind of reached out to me. And there's some affirmations I want to share with you all that I want you to try to start incorporating in your everyday just routine, and just trying it out and seeing how it affects you in your mood. And then next week we can kind of get back together and be like, hey, like, how do you feel? Like, is this your jam, or does this not your mojo? Like, because I want to find things that work with each person. What will work with one person may not work with another. So anyways, let me dive into the quote. So she says, our spirits need to be nourished with healthy words, encouragement, and support, just like our bodies need to be nourished with healthy foods. If you keep feeding your soul crap, you're going to keep feeling like crap. So no matter how healthy you are on the outside, whether it's with workouts or eating good, if you're not feeding your soul with something like a good book or good music or relationships that are people who are positive, uplifting, you're still going to feel like shit. I mean, you just are. And you're going to feel like you are going to get nowhere. You're going to feel like you're a mouse in one of those little wheels, and you're just going to keep running. And then finally you're just going to be exhausted. Then you're going to fall off the track. You're going to fall off the wagon, and you're going to feel like, well, it didn't work for me. And in reality, you neglected a huge part of your wellness, a huge part of your fitness, the emotional part. And so this is so important. Being skinny is not the answer, ladies. Being happy is. The weight will come off the way it should in time when you look at your life and realize that you deserve only the best. And that gives me goosebumps just reading it every time. Because if I have learned anything over the last 2.5 years as a coach, the scale does not matter. Yes, what attracts a lot of people to doing this academy is like my before and after pictures. But that didn't happen overnight. That happened over like 2 years. And then I even gained weight, and I lost weight because life happens. But I want you all to focus on basically loving yourself enough to take care of yourself, loving where you are on your journey. This is a journey. It's not a race. It's not like you're going to get at the end and get to a certain point or a weight or a certain size and be done, because you can't have that mentality. No matter where you are in your journey, you need to be seeking a healthier lifestyle. You need to be seeking to make progress wherever you are. Not being obsessive about it, but just being a stronger, healthier, because you're not going to like wait till you're like 50 and then be done. Like, trust me, if you do that by 60, you're going to be in the nursing home, because you're not going to be able to do a squat and get yourself off the toilet. So a lot of it is just health focused. And that has just been, the non-scale victories are more important to me than the scale. Yes, I get it. Sometimes I'm haunted by the scale, and I will weigh myself every day. I go through phases like that. I'm just like you. I'm just like the next person. But I have to remind myself every single day that the scale is only a tiny, tiny, tiny puzzle, a piece of the puzzle of like, one of those huge 1,000-piece puzzles. I remind myself that all the time, because I can easily beat myself up, even thinking about how like I've had weight loss surgery years ago. There are women in the PCOS fitness group who are like, surgery was the answer for me, and I lost 100 pounds, and I'm pregnant now, and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, okay, but how long ago was that? Like, give you 5 years, and when you can actually really start eating again, like the weight will creep on unless you've really worked on that emotional part. I wholeheartedly believe, and I will not bash anybody that chooses it, that they're working on the wrong body part. And I even went through the psychology testing. I went to seeing a psychiatrist to make sure that I knew it was only a tool. But guess what? I'm an emotional eater. I'm emotional everything. And I feel like I make a lot of my decisions based on emotions. And that's something that I have to be intentional not to. Very so. So there are some affirmations, and I'm going to copy them and paste them in the group. But I do affirmations almost every day, almost. And I have different ones. But these are some actually from Kara's website, the author of the Champagne Diet. These are the ones that she does every day. There's 10 of them. You can pick and choose the ones you want. And what I do is, like, I write them down in my journal. I don't know if I got them on this journal or the other one. But, I will write them down and I'll say them out loud. And I know it sounds cuckoo, but I'm telling you what, after you do it for so many days, there will be times throughout your day where you repeat it to yourself and you're just like, dang, like, okay, like I can chill with that. Like, and so you are retraining your thought process. And I would even recommend taking them and putting them in your phone and setting alarms on them, because you can title your alarms. So set that affirmation, like, to go off at a certain time or a certain day on your phone, like as an alarm, so that it will pop up and you'll be reminded. And you'll be like, wow, okay, like, yeah, like, I tell you what, it is life transforming. So I'll read them to you. Oh, let me pull it up. All right, so today I wake up filled with gratitude and light. I am so excited about what this day will bring and all the opportunities I am about to create. I begin my day with clarity, confidence, and faith. I feel healthy, sexy, strong, and beautiful in my body. I get to choose the woman I want to be today. I feel grounded and centered today. Today, I get to give love and spread positivity to those around me. I get to make people's lives a little better. I always make the best decisions, and I trust my gut because that bitch knows what's up. I'm always guided, and I know what is for me. I am always guided, and I know that what is for me will not pass me. Today is about to be the best day of my life. So I will copy those, and I have my own little list that I can share some of those as well. But I just really recommend that you just sit down and, those are some you can use, or come up with your own of things that just retraining your brain. Instead of waking up like, I'm tired, if you tell yourself you're tired, you're going to act like you're tired. You're going to be tired. But if you wake up and say, all right, like, I'm going to own this. Like, you at least have that attitude that you're going to, and it's at least going to give you that little bit of to get it done. So it's one of those things that if you keep telling yourself it over and over, whether it's negative or positive, that's what you're going to believe. And I feel like over time, you will realize it takes the same amount of energy to be negative as it does to be positive. So it's like, choose your hard. It's hard to be negative. It's hard to be positive. So choose your hard. And I really want you to really focus on that and just really be able to intentionally make those efforts to grow emotionally. And that's like, I can give you all the inspirational quotes, all the motivational quotes possible, but really the work comes from within you. And, as your coach, as your cheerleader, I can continue to support you, continue to give you tips and tricks, but it's for you to actually take them and implement them. So, some of these tips that I've given you may or may not work for you. If they don't, let me know. If they do, let me know. So those are some things I really wanted to touch base on. And also another thing that I'm going to post tonight that I wanted to cover. Let me pull it up on my phone so I can read it. So I am posting a weekly posting guide. I know there are several of you all who are quasi interested in building a business, and you're like, I have no clue where to start, but you're interested. And so what I have crafted for you is a weekly posting guide. So this is different from the coach posting guide that I post in my coaching group. This is more so from a challenger's perspective on sharing just your journey and how it relates to PCOS. If you are not open about having PCOS, then just take out the PCOS part. So I will post it, but basically on Monday, like, your task would be post 1 to 2 things you want to accomplish this week. So craft a post, and if it's something that you need me to help you with, I can help the dialogue with you. Or, these are things that I'm also going to attempt to do. I'm traveling this week, but I'm going to attempt to do this as well. And if you want to copy and paste my wording and then twist it to make it apply to you, because you obviously don't have 6 kids and you're not going to London, but but see how I worded it and change it to make it work for you. Tuesday, share a struggle you've been having recently and let's help you get through it. So those are posts I would love for you to make and post in the group, but also post on your personal wall, post on your like pages, and tag me in it because I want to be able to support you. I want to get on there and comment because that will also give your post more engagement and allow you to be seen in more news feeds. Wednesday, share a wellness tip that helps you manage your PCOS. It could be something that was shared in this group, something that was shared in the PCOS fitness group, or just something that you've learned along the way. I definitely think, and there's something for every day of the week, and I will post that. That will be a great way for you to naturally begin to not just share with us what your goals are, but share with your friends and your family so that it's not salesy, because that's not what this is. This is about sharing your journey. And a coach is basically, someone wants to share they're on a journey and they want to share it and they want to hopefully inspire other people. That's it. And the rest is, just being their cheerleader, giving them the tools and resources like I have to you and giving you the support, but really it's up to you to do the work. And that's the same with other people. You can give them the tools and the resources. You can be their support, but it's really up to them to do the work. Like I can hold your hand, but I can't make you drink the water. Like I can lead you. What's that saying? You can lead a horse water, but you can't make it drink. So it's like these programs work. A support system works. And so the challenge groups work. The meal plans work. So if you're able to give these tools to these people who are who have problems, they're looking for an answer. There are so many millions of people in this country alone, which Beachbody's in U.S., Canada, and now the UK. But even in the U.S. alone, that are seeking answers, they feel hopeless. They feel helpless because they've tried everything. And the thing is, you all have the answer. It's just up to you to take that opportunity to share it. And that's one of the things I'm super excited about UK because Beachbody is not in the UK right now. Shakeology is not in the UK. And it's basically a ground floor opportunity. It is like fresh, what is it? Like fresh, I don't want to say breeding ground. I don't know what I'm thinking of. You know how I work. But anyways, it's like a fresh opportunity. Think you go to a meadow and none of the flowers have been picked. That's what UK is. No one has a coach. There is no coach in UK. So if you know of anybody, or I would start posting on your walls, hey, where are my UK friends at? Get in touch with them. They may not be interested, but they may know someone else. And especially if they can meet up in the next week or so, I will meet up with them on your behalf. I will share about the challenge groups. I will share about the opportunity. And they could be your first diamond coach. I mean, they could lead you to rank advancement So anyways, I've kind of digressed way far beyond what I intended, but I just wanted to share with you all, really focus on emotional growth, really focus on the possibilities that I see for you that you cannot see for yourself right now. And sometimes all it takes is one person to believe in you. And just know that I believe in each and every single one of you because I was in your spot before. I didn't know, when I signed up as a coach, I didn't know the first thing about coaching. But my coach shared with me, you just share your journey. You just invite people. And, basically I'll take you underneath my wing. I will show you all the tips and the tricks and, all the ways to be able to help these people. And then when you're ready to go off on your own, then you do it naturally on your own. And that's how it worked. I joined all of her groups. I allowed her run all the challenge groups. And then when I felt comfortable, I created the Diamond Challenge, which most of you are in, which is on the Challenge Tracker app. And then over the last year or so, I've developed the PCOS Academy, which is way far and above beyond Beachbody. Beachbody is only a small part of this academy. And I never in my wildest dreams thought that I could create an academy on my own. And there are even, I even have so many other things to develop this, crazy things. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm doing that. And this is going to happen. So I'm super excited because it's still going to be growing and it's going to be evolving. And I just want you to know that, I want you to see that if it was possible for me, it's possible for you. If it's possible for me to lose weight with the products and programs, it's possible for you. If it's possible for me to build a business from my home, starting with just a couple hours a day, sharing my journey, with 6 kids at home, and now I'm homeschooling mom. Like, my time is limited, but just a couple hours a day, you can make progress. You can share your journey, and you can at least make a small profitable, income for your family. And that can mean a lot for you. What can $500 a month mean for your family? 1,000, 10,000. So really think about that. Like, if it is, like, my coach in Greenberg, she's been doing it 6.5, 7 years. She's made over $1 million in this business. I had no intentions of going this far on this call because this is just the academy. This is not a coach call, but I'm rambling. But anyways, she's $1 million earner. Her coach, Scotty Hobbs, who is another one of my mentors, has earned over $10 million in this business. He makes like $2 to $3 million a year now, like, plus. So it's like, the systems work. You just have to be consistent, and you have to be patient with this type of business, because they didn't become millionaires overnight. It took a lot of work. It took a lot of sweat. It took a lot of no's, people rejecting them. And it took a lot of failures. They weren't always on their game, on their own journey. But I realized they stuck with it. They never gave up. So with that, Ashley, do you have any questions? I kind of ramble.
No, I'm good as far as that all goes.
So yes, I'm going to post the affirmations that I would like everybody to do daily. Put them on your phone, write them on your mirror. I really want to encourage you. I can't make you do them. It took me a long while to start after I became a coach to do the affirmations, but they're probably one of the best things that have helped transform my mind, because a lot of these books that I've read, I will pick out certain quotes, and those I will turn in my affirmations. Like, so, especially if it's something I'm struggling with. So I will post some of those in the group. I'll also post the weekly posting guide, and really encouraging you all to basically begin to shape and help you share your journey. And I think that is kind of the biggest intimidation for some of you all. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and hop off here because I've got to go pick up my daughter from work. She's been messaging me. Well, maybe my husband went and got her. I don't know. Anyways, I will chat with you all later, and I hope to see you in the group. Bye.